we're going to be focusing on the word strength today. So I want us to take a look at this image. It's by an artist named Paige Bradley. She's based out of the UK, but she's a sculptor. She does a lot of sculptures, a lot of ceramic pieces and bronze casted pieces. And this is one of her pieces that we're looking at today. But I want us to take just a moment and look at this piece and just kind of take in what you're seeing right now. The shape, the movement of the body, the light, the expression. What are some of the things that stand out to you as you look at this image? And I want to share a quote by the artist. Let me go to it here. She says, from the moment we are born, the world tends to have a container already built for us to fit inside. A social security number, a gender, a race, a profession, or an IQ. I ponder if we are more defined by the container we are in rather than what we are inside. Would we recognize ourselves if we could expand beyond our bodies? Would we still be able to exist if we were authentically uncontained? In order for peace to be truly organic and emulate the human condition, then there must be an element of chaos and imperfection. What are some of the thoughts listening to this quote or reading this quote? One of the things that I want us to spend some time on today, and you can do it with whatever supply you have on hand, whether it's the collage material that you brought in or pens and colored pencils and markers, whatever it is you have. I want us to spend just a moment thinking about our inner strength, right? Thinking about the container that we tend to be put in, whatever label that we have over us. You should take a moment and just think about those different containers, those different labels, those different hats that we have to wear. And it's probably more than one. It's probably a whole bunch, right? A whole bunch of labels that we have for ourselves or that have been assigned to us, just like this quote is saying. I'm going to take a moment now, kind of brush those labels aside. I want us to spend time really thinking about what it is that makes me me, right? What is it that makes you you? Not those labels or containers, but what is it deep inside you? That strength in you. So I want to encourage us. I'm going to leave this quote up for a while. But I want to encourage us to really spend some time thinking about that right now. And if you need a little starting point, I know sometimes I need a starting point. I'm going to start off in my journal, just on a piece of paper, with saying, I am strong because. So if you want a starting point, let's try and start with that today and spend some time kind of reflecting on that. I am strong because. Maybe the answer is I am strong because I have a good support group surrounding me. Maybe it's I am strong because of my faith in a higher power, my faith in people. Maybe it's I am strong because I have been through things and I have come on the other side. Whatever that is. And as I said earlier, it may be one of those moments where it's something that generally is seen as a flaw. And I'll share for myself, and then I'm going to start writing on mine. But I know that sometimes being seen as emotional is a flaw, right? And when you're seen as overly emotional, you're all over the place, too many feelings, too many big feelings. But the truth is that's definitely a strength too. A strength in me is my emotions being connected to my heart. And I think that's the very, very core of me. And so what is that about you? And the very core of you makes you you. And you don't have to share this with anyone. This is just a space for you to really process that for a moment, thinking about what the core of you is, the strength in you, the thing that makes you strong. And you can respond by doing a free write, taking a moment to just write down all the words that pop into your head. And it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. It can just be a combination of words. You can do that. You can take the collage material that you have and just collage, thinking about the word strength, their inner strength. You can add colors, whatever that is. Just take a moment. Let's think about that. Whatever material you have in front of you, whether it's a pen and colors or whether it's some images or cut out words, I encourage you to spend some time just thinking about that right now. What gives you strength? That inner strength that you possess, because the truth is we are strong, right? We're here today. We have survived. And each of us is unique and wonderful with special characteristics that make us us. And know that whatever supplies you have, whatever you write, whatever you cut is exactly okay. Whatever you glue down is exactly right. Just take that time to think about your inner strength. Maybe what's standing out to you today is more of that image, thinking about that light coming from within. Maybe what's standing out to you more is this quote, or maybe something someone said. Let's take a moment. Think about how we can express that in our journal today. And just a reminder for those who are joining us, we're looking at the word strength, thinking about the word strength, and thinking about our inner strength. We have an image, and I'll flash back to that, a sculpture by the artist Paige Bradley. And this is just a piece entitled Reception. But one of the things that is really striking about this piece is that inner light that's coming from the figure, and that light that's centered in the very core of her and just kind of cracking throughout, and kind of escaping through those cracks in her body. Um, And then I have the quote that I'm going to leave up on the screen from a page from the artist, where she's talking about who we are beyond these shells, these containers that we get placed in, these labels that get added to us. Who are we at our core, and what gives us strength? We wear different hats. We have different things that are expected of us, different roles we need to play. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But we're taking time today to really think about who we are in the very, very core of ourselves. What is it that gives us strength? And so whatever supply you have with you today, whether it's collage material or pens and pencils, whatever it is, we're spending a moment just kind of reflecting on that. What makes me me? What is my inner strength? And so I started off for my journal just by writing down, I am strong because, and then kind of doing a free write after that. And it's just a reminder, a free write is really just writing down whatever pops in your head. It doesn't have to be a perfect sentence or a poem, or it doesn't even have to make sense. But it's a way to kind of get out what's inside. And so for me, sometimes it's a bunch of words, and that's okay. Maybe it's a list of things. Take a moment to think and write about what it is that makes you you, what gives you strength. You are strong because. And one of the things that I like about this quote too, as at the end, she says, there's got to be an element of chaos and imperfection. And I think that's really beautiful, because sometimes we spend so much time thinking about getting it right. We're taught growing up that there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And if you're doing it incorrectly, that's a flaw, that's a mistake. And the truth is, imperfection is good. Imperfection, there's nothing wrong with that. It makes us who we are, and there is beauty in that. And so some of the things that maybe get seen as flaws in ourselves are actually strengths, or can be strengths. So it's just kind of spending time meditating on that, thinking about that, and having a creative response to whatever comes up. The prompt today is really just to meditate on that word, strength, inner strength. And I love what people are adding in the chat. What makes you strong? These are beautiful. Just take a moment. I'm doing a little free writing and then adding just a little image in. But it's giving me time to think about what my inner strength is. And I just want to encourage you to do the same right now. Whatever way feels right to respond is good. However you respond is good. There's no wrong way to do it. And know that this is something you don't have to share. So I want to encourage you to be honest with yourself. however that looks. Whatever that looks like. It's a collage that's centered around the word strength. It's thinking about your inner light. It's doing a free write or a drawing. However you respond today is good and right. Maybe today is just doing that free writing, thinking about all the things that give you strength. Know that whatever comes into your mind now, however you respond, is good. And know that, if you feel yourself getting a little distracted or thinking about to-do lists or things like that, that's okay too. Our brains, that's what they're naturally meant to do. So it's okay if that happens. But I want to encourage you to just gently guide your thoughts back to the quote in front of us, to that word strength, and really focus in on your own inner strength. However that looks. This is a place for no judgment or opinion of others. This is a place for your expression. I'm so sorry if my sound is going in and out. I'm not sure what's going on right now. And I know like what we're doing today is a little different from previous weeks. We're trying a variety of processes today. And this one is a more of an open prompt. I'm still thinking about, again, that inner strength, our inner strength. And so if you are still working on your piece, that's okay. No worries. Keep doing that. But um, and, and go ahead and start finding that stopping place.